Ah, welcome traveler. Come in, take a seat and put up your feet. Today, we're diving into a game called Going Medieval, a colony sim city builder survival game, where we will be cooking up some roleplay to enhance the gameplay. This is part 2 in our multi-part series, and if you'd like to see more of this, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let's get cooking. Welcome back! So, not much has happened since our last episode. We are still trying to get our defensive wall up and to finish planting our crops. But a new day and a new dawn brings new adventures. So, let's have a look at what's on the menu at the moment. So we do have some research available. And as you can see, we have a couple of options here. But we do want to focus on trying to get terraforming unlocked as soon as possible. This will be made quite clear later in this video. As for the rest, well, it's looking pretty good so far. We have some of our settlers out hauling to stockpile. Doyle is busy hunting. Maynard's also hauling. Let's quickly have a look where he is. What is he moving? Ah, he's cooking. Fantastic. So we can at least get our food production up and going. And of course, Scott is busy at the research as always. Slowly making our way through it. But let's actually speed that up and see if we can't get this done before the end of the day. It would be nice to have these defenses up as soon as possible. It is a wide world out there and we never know what could be waiting for us just around the corner. We've also had a bit of a look at the land here. So north is in this direction. And I think what we will do is actually convert what we've already set down here. Convert this into a bailey area, and then perhaps we will build a moat up here. So if we can get that terraforming unlocked, we will build a bit of a hill, an elevated defendable position, and then we'll look at constructing something endgame on top of that hill. I think it would be quite nice to make use of this river and incorporate it into our design, so perhaps we'll start with digging a moat as well. A moat to go around the whole settlement once it's encapsulated inside our bailey, and then we'd have the motte up on high. Ah, look at this. So it appears that someone has escaped captivity and come to us for freedom. Appearing deranged at first, Moat was simply overcome with terror. A pitiful, stumbling corpse with wells from binding and harsh beatings by a cruel master. Moat begged, "Hide me. I will die if I am caught." Okay, well, we do want to grow our settlement, but we don't want any problems. But we could really use an extra hand around here, so I think that we will actually help them. And we'll see if there's any repercussions from that. We'll deal with it. There will be a search party arriving in approximately a little bit less than 2 days. In 44 hours, so we'll have to deal with that when the time comes. But you know what? Let's have a look at mode. An intellectual. Good with melee. Speechcraft. Okay, fantastic. Not too bad. That means we might be actually... Yes, fantastic. We could ask Scott to do some more hunting, some carpentry, and then Mode can take over. Well, welcome, Mode. Let's get you healed up and put you to work. Let's have a look here at what your exact skills are. So I think... Ooh, yes, let's do that. We'll take Scott off of research. Mode will be focusing on research alone. And we do need to get this wall built as soon as possible. So perhaps we look at getting this construction going. See, we do also need to get these trees chopped very, very quickly to get this last wall built, because that is going to be quite a problem if we get attacked and we don't have a wall up yet. Well, there's nothing we can do about it now, so let's just cross our fingers and hope for the best, and we'll let time run. Okay, fantastic. So we had our wall completed, and just in time, because we do have a search party coming this way very soon. So at least we're in a better position to defend ourselves now. We've just sent some of the men out to go chop some more trees down. We could always use some more wood. You know, get some more buildings going up. And of course, Maynard is busy in the fields. Moat is taking quite a liking towards the research table, which is really good, because it allows us to focus on other areas and spread out the work a little bit, get more done. We are going to have to push for the rest of the spring and the summer in order to get enough food stored up and in a possible cellar for winter time. Speaking of cellars, we should probably look at setting one out in a position somewhere below this, just so we can keep all of our food nice and cooled and stored away. Oh, a negotiator has arrived. Well, well, well. I think we will send Maynard over to go negotiate with this Mirabelle. Permanently hostile. Fantastic. So they don't like us at all. Forest bandits. Well, we don't take too kindly to bandits around these parts. So let's see. The brute spoke, soft but menacing. Moat belongs to me. Hand over my slave or you will all suffer. They were deadly serious. Well, we could surrender Moat, but I don't really want to do that. I could make them an offer. But you know what? We've set out here. We've built this place from nothing. It's not great, but it is something, and it is our own. So we're going to defend it. And we're going to defend the people that also call it home. So we're going to be defiant and refuse their intimidation tactics. You stood your ground, refusing to give in to their demands. Yes, we did. And we will take up arms and be ready for this fight. So, in the last episode, we had made sure to set up a door here, and we constructed this little overlook here. So it's not perfectly how I would have liked it to be, but it is good enough for the time being, and we will demonstrate why this is so important. Now, I have a funny feeling that they may break through this door in this attack, but that's okay, because we're just going to demonstrate the basics of defense. And after this incursion happens, then we will look at strengthening this a bit up here. So we're going to pause things for now. And we are going to draft everyone. Scott has a bow and arrow. Mode. Oh, you will just have to hide over here in the bedroom, because you don't have a weapon right now. Actually, we can give you a spear. Maynard is going to come over here. And Doyle up top as well. So, Mode, you can actually grab this spear over here. And once you've done that, you can come over here. And we should be, for the most part, be able to defend against these rapscallions. Let's have a look. We're dealing with 1 archer and 2 for close range combat. We should be able to take them out. This shouldn't be a problem. We'll have to look at chopping these trees away so that no enemy archers can hide in here. Let's see what we have here. I think we'll have Doyle focus on actually trying to take out this marauder. Actually, this one, the archer. Doyle, where are you going, buddy? Come over here. And shoot them from up there, please. Thank you. See, this is why we built this part out here, so they up there can shoot anyone attacking the door itself. Ah, victory. Fantastic. Now, unfortunately, for them, we don't leave anyone to tell the tale of how they attacked us and escaped. So, with them defeated, and the threat to our new settlement eliminated, we can get back to work. We'll allow all of these so we can start taking in the weapons that they've dropped and moving these bodies away over to the dumping site over here. While we're here, we might as well mark these berries for collection. Our berry patch is doing quite well, although we want to get rid of any strange things like little oak trees popping up in between. Our apple tree is doing really well as well, and it's actually had a separate little offshoot from it. That's fantastic. So we'll very quickly start building up a good supply of apples, and our farm's also slowly but surely coming together. I'm very happy with the progress that we are making so far, and we will have very big plans very soon. So, I think what we need to do is we need to look for a more permanent solution for these goats in our stockpile. They are nice and warm indoors, and it's not a terrible problem, but it will eventually start becoming quite annoying for our villagers to have to be running past goats just to get simple things out of the stockpile. So what we will be doing is setting up a small fenced off area where the goats can live. I think we'll go and we'll place it next to this fence, next to this wall here, just to put them a little bit away. And we'll make it quite sizable because we will eventually be getting more animals. So I think that it should about do it. And we'll just come into these corner pieces and we'll just adjust them to be proper corners, just to make it look good. Fantastic. We'll throw in a little gate here, throw in 2 of these, and a pen marker. There we go, and we'll let that run and finish, and then we can move our goats into there. Now, as for our long-term plans, we do have terraforming now unlocked, and we can look at starting to at least plan where the rest of our settlement will eventually go in this space here. So I was thinking that perhaps we will build an artificial hill roundabouts here. I think we'll set it out something roundabouts this shape here. So I'm going to play a little bit around with this, see what I can do to get this looking decent, and then we'll be right back. Right, so I think we're going to work with a design like this. So we have wooden walls for the time being running around all the way to about here, and then picking up again here, wooden walls running all the way over here just to encase this area. And then we have some soil that we're going to build an artificial hill over here with, and just raise this up, turn this whole piece of land into a more protected area with one entrance over there. Once this outer wall is at least set up, then we will look at breaking this down. Once that's done, we can look at going over to this quarry area over here. Slowly start digging this out, clearing this away. I think we'll actually mark these trees to be cleared out right now. Clearing this away and actually setting up a proper area where we can start digging down and getting to those limestone deposits and clay deposits for bricks. And we'll get this set up and hopefully we can start looking at increasing the size of our settlement. We're also going to break down this wall here, just for the time being, and I think this one as well, just so it's going to be a little bit easier for our settlers just to access this area here and to get building. So, with that, while that runs and they're getting that sorted out, we're also going to look at establishing that temporary cellar area. So I did have a little bit of a look here, and I think we are going to set it up over here. So the trick with the cellars is you do want to go enough space for stairs to go down. So as you can see, stairs take 3 spaces, but then you need 1 additional space, or 4th space, so that they can actually have a landing to stand on before going to the next set of stairs. Now what we also want to do is we have quite a bit of meat lying here, and we don't want that to go to waste, so we are going to set cooking to a top priority for Maynard, and we'll get Mode to do it as well, but let's just make 100% sure. Oh, she's horrible, a horrible cook, so perhaps not Mode. Well, she's very good at smithing, so this is going to become quite handy later on, but we'll deal with that later. For now, let's get this set up here for how we're going to dig down to the cellar. So I think that we will be going down, let's say 4 from here, those 4, and then it'll be down here, so we get rid of that one, and that one, and then an additional 3 there, that one as well. I think we might have to, let's see, we might have to cancel this, and dig this out, and this out just to get to there. So we'll let that run, and we'll see how things turn out. This is going to be a little bit messy in the beginning, but that's okay. We'll get things set up in a flash. Be right back. Another thing we'll be looking at is just improving the defenses for this initial entrance a bit more. So previously we were able to fend off that attack, as it was only 3 bandits trying to attack us. The wall and the door didn't take so much damage. However, it will become problematic later on when they start bringing battering rams. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a little tunnel here. And how this is going to work is we put multiple doors in, which makes it much more difficult for them to get through everything and more tedious, and gives our archers more time to shoot them down, take them out before they actually can break through all of the doors and get inside and start wrecking our settlement. So we'll let that play out. I think we have everything set up for now. And we'll look at, in future, maybe setting up some better defenses here. I'm also considering starting the digging on this moat, just to get the initial layout going, and to get us some of that soil that we can use to start building our man-made hill over here. We will need quite a bit of soil for that. So I think that we will just look at rounding this out a little bit, getting more of a natural shape going here for our outer wall, and then we'll start digging the moat down as well. Here we'll keep this for now until one day we'll eventually build a proper gatehouse. I think that should give us quite a nice sizable piece of land that we can do a lot with. I think we'll be able to do everything within this perimeter that we could possibly want in this series. Let's look at marking out where the moat will go, getting that soil up, getting this man-made hill built, our perimeter wall finished, and then we can look at what's next. Right, so I think that we're going to do this. We've got this laid out here. We'll keep a little bit of space between the river and the moat itself, just until it's fully dug out, and we're 100% sure that we want to flood it. And we'll slowly start getting all of this excavated, collect the soil, use the soil to build up this natural man-made hill over here, which will give us a nice point to look out over the river and over the settlement itself. We'll get our people to go out, start digging, start moving stuff, finishing the construction, and then we'll be right back. And so begins the first day of summer. As you can see, we still haven't quite completed the wall, but things are looking good food-wise. I believe that we should have enough to go through the winter if we just get the rest of the stuff cooked up, this raw meat cooked up. And I would like to actually get into preserving foods. So I think this could be very useful. So let's unlock that. Let's have a look what else we can get here. I think we should be okay for these for now, although these two will be very important later. Perhaps tailoring, but maybe we should rather be trying to focus on cooking itself. I would love to get that proper cooking up and eventually get these packaged meals, but for that's going to take quite a while because it will take not only chronicles, but we'll also need textbooks. In order to get that, we will need research 2. So I think let's just sit back, wait a bit, wait for research 2. We have it now, and we'll just build up the resources necessary to unlock cooking and preserving food. Just because I do not want any of our villagers to starve and for our run to be cut short due to ill planning on the food part. So we'll let this continue running, we'll let them keep digging out, and hopefully we can get this cellar finished before autumn arrives. So what we've gone for here is just a basic little staircase going down, which will eventually go to a cellar area down below. I've gone for a basic layout here with a single pillar in the middle that we won't dig out, so that we can place structural support beams around it. However, something to keep an eye on when you do something like this is your support beam should not be in line with your door, because then that beam will not be able to be placed there, as the door will prevent it. So we've gone for this, the little design. We'll use this as a cellar to keep our food nice and cold just for the time being, until we can set up a much more permanent layout, a much more permanent design. But what are your thoughts on this? Leave a comment down below and help us cook up some ideas. I think what we can also have a look at is starting to set up some of these wooden merlons over here, just to add an extra layer of defense for our poor settlers that are up here when enemies come with archers as well. So we'll just set this up like so, just a little bit. And we'll just go to these and just flip them into little corner pieces, just so at least looks decent. Now that should provide just a bit of cover for our archers, just to take care of any enemy archers that could be hiding in the trees. Speaking of, let's get rid of these trees, because we don't want to give them that cover. We want to be able to take them out as they approach. Well, we finally have our animal enclosure done, but it's taken us so long to actually build this that the goats have actually had another one. So our goat population is improving, is growing, which is good because we can look at either slaughtering goats or even trading them away to a traveling merchant. They should be worth quite a bit, and we could get some really good items from a merchant in exchange for a goat. As for the rest, well, we've finished our wall, which is good. We have some basic defenses down. The moat is slowly going to... it'll get there eventually. It's not really our priority. It's more of a long-term thing. But what we definitely want to start setting up is getting this man-made hill finished, filled out, and slowly look at starting to set up the initial structure that will eventually turn into our keep and one day become our castle. But I think that's all the time we have for in this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as that would greatly help the channel. If you'd like to be kept updated as to new videos being released, then please hit that notification bell. If you have any feedback, suggestions, or requests for future videos, leave a comment down below and let us know. Until next time, this is Roast Temp. Keep cooking. And right here, before we end of our episode, we have another settler that wants to join us. This is fantastic. Hearthguard grows some more. But soon, our settlement will be thriving with more hands than what we'll have work to do, but hopefully we'll be able to feed all the hungry mouths. So we are going to accept this settler into our new settlement.